Welcome to the channel, folks. Clunkers and Classics, where we are restoring this 72 Chevy Nova. And we're going along getting all the body work done. So far we got this whole side here, the roof, the deck lid, tail panel, and this quarter panel. This is in guide coat here. So all we got left to do is to strip down and do the body work is this door, this fender, the hood, and the cowl. So we're going to get all that done this this episode. Okay, we don't know what's underneath of it, so I hit her with the grinder like last video. Last video we did this side here, and it didn't look that bad. It looked like the other side, but man, it was just full of old bondo and dents that had to be reworked and everything. So we don't really know. I'll show you the air cleaner here. This I bought a bigger filter because you can't flip these lids. So I bought a bigger filter, let more air in there. I didn't want to buy an aftermarket one. All they had for aftermarket was a little small one, and I didn't like them. But I just pulled it out here, and that carb float is sticking there, dumping gas in there, flooding it out. So I just got the numbers off the carb. I've been putting it off, but usually you can just tap around the float there and it'll unstick, but I tapped around, and it didn't unstick. So I'm going to order a carb kit, just got the numbers off of it, and we'll rebuild that. Probably show you some of it next video. Okay. This is the hood off the 68 parts car. And the only rust spot was right here. And there are a few little dings, dents, but of course, like I said, we don't really know what's under it. So, last episode we took the big grinder to the other side, but now this one here, it has some paint peeling right here and here. And always have, you know, if you're doing body work and working on cars, always buy a box of these razor blades. There's a little holder there. You just undo that, put them in there. They're great for like scraping off overspray, you know, and stuff. But also what they're good for is to peel paint. I just did about an inch of it here, so it looks like it might peel off. You know, you get some of these cars where it'll start peeling off pretty easy, then it'll get really tough. Now, the original color of that 68 was this baby blue, robin eggs blue or something. So that actually looks like primer. Let's see what happens here. There's the blue underneath. But we're going to take it all the way down the metal. Looks like some of the blue's coming off with it. So what we're going to do is get all this dark blue off. I think it'll mostly come off with this razor blade. So let me do that, and I'll come back and we'll see how far we get. I'll show you the Chevelle. I got those little lifts, coil spring lifts in. So it raised it up about 1.5 inches, something like that. It's very hard to get a level ground around here. My slab isn't really level, and this grass isn't level. I actually had to put it up on my trailer there and then measure from the ground to the wheel lip. So I think it got it up about 1.5 inches. So it's, I don't know, I can't really tell if it's a little higher than stock or not. I guess it is. Anyway, I took it on a drive. No noise in the rear end now. No coil springs too stiff hitting, anything like that. I did take the speedometer cable. It was making a horrible noise, and it was a brand new cable, and I unplugged it from the speedometer and sprayed lube into the new cable and then into this speedometer gear itself. And then I took it out for a test drive there yesterday. Went into town, and quiet as a church mouse now. We still got the leak on the bottom of the speedometer gear going into the transmission. I don't know, I might try to take that out and put in a little new rubber seal. I should have one. I got a box of new seals. Or I'll have to just buy another one. They're only like 20 bucks, if that. So anyway, it's coming along. It's still got a little vibration to it. It needs a front end alignment. This tire here was out a little bit, and I turned the tie rods in and just eyeballed it, and it didn't seem to make much of a difference. But anyway, I'm still messing. I'm just trying to fix all the little stuff on this and make it a good daily driver. It's just got a little vibration to it. I'm not sure. I got adjustable upper suspension things there, because when it was jacked up so high, it put the alignment of the drive shaft out of whack. So I bought these adjustable coil rear end things there, and I may have to adjust them a little bit. But anyway, I'm still messing with that off and on. I'll just add in little segments here while I'm doing the Nova. Okay, so I already showed the last video grinding this side down, so I'm going to go ahead and scrape this hood off, show you what's underneath that, and I'm going to go ahead and take the handle and lock off here and grind this fender and door down and show you what's underneath of it. See how much bondo and crap. We do have this rust spot here. We're going to cut that out and weld in a little piece of metal there. I think that's it for that. But anyway, let me do that. I'll be back with an update. Okay, guys, to show you a little bit what's going on here. I got about half of it done here. So what's been scraped off? Okay, well, we'll start. The original color is this baby blue, and then they painted it again, that baby blue, and then they sealed it. Well, hang on. Baby blue, then they sealed it, painted it baby blue again, which is right here, and then later on they painted it this dark blue. They just painted the dark blue over top of the baby blue. So why it's peeling so easy is because of this primer sealer here. It just didn't adhere very good. Probably painted way before they had adhesive promoter and all that stuff. So you can see here's some metal here, the original baby blue, and then the primer sealer over it. So that's what I'm scraping off. And this is all the stuff here, all here and here. So what I'm scraping off is a dark blue and a baby blue, and we still got 2 layers under here. And we don't know yet, but there's some bondo here. Probably fixed a little dent or ding or hail dent or something right here. They probably fixed that and then sealed it, painted it, or painted it baby blue. Okay, so so after scrape all that up, I'm just going over with 80 grit. We're gonna see what's underneath here. Okay. Well, I don't know if that's part of the baby blue color or not, but there's the bare metal, then the black factory coat for the metal. And then it looks like dark blue than baby blue over it, but that could be a factory sealer too, type thing where they painted the light blue over it. But basically that's what we want to get it all down to this metal. We'll just take all that crap off there. Okay, so let me get to this bondo here, see what's up with that. Well, yeah, they put that bondo there before they painted it baby blue, before the sealer and the second coat of baby blue. Not exactly what that is. I'll have to dig it out some more. But I'm hoping we can get most of the hood sanded down like this. This will sand off easier. A lot better than like last video where we had to grind that factory green paint off. So anyway, let me get going more on this, and I'll be back when I come across something else. Okay guys, I got the hood and most of this fender, except for little top here, done. Stripped it all down. Pretty sure this hood was dark blue factory. This is from the 68 parts car, and then it was painted light baby blue twice, and then lastly they painted it dark blue, the original color again. So, and what they had done here is fix some dents, probably hail dents, one there, one there, one there. Those are the main ones, but of course over the years it got more. So like this one here's a new one. That was an old one they had fixed. That's a new one, or newer one. Newer one has an old one here. Old one here, newer one. So I'm going to take my die grinder and I'm going to grind this paint out of these little spots here, and I'm just going to dab some bondo on all them little hail dents. Some of these, like these here, you can barely, just primer, block it after it's primered, it'll take that out. That's another old one there. You can see the old grind marks. So I scraped off the paint with a razor blade and then DA'd it down, except for this area here, which is bondo. I took my grinder to that, and I was using so much 80 grit, and I grinded it from here up. So this is all taken off with a grinder, and then I used 80 grit on the DA here to smooth that out. Now the top of this fender, this is the original fender, was all embedded rust. Really had to take the grinder to it, but you can see it's just embedded in there. So I'm gonna smooth all this out with 80 and then coat it with that rust neutralizer. Probably have to do the same thing with, well, this one isn't as bad, but there's gonna be some spots like here. And then this fender here was pretty bad for that rust being embedded in there. It's not bad for dents. It's got a dent here, dent here. I think I'm just gonna bang this in and fill it in like the other side with the Dynaglass. Little ding here, dent here, but overall not too bad. Couple little, that one's a out one. I'm gonna bang that out. Okay, I haven't gotten to the door yet because I'm at a stopping point now because I got a little part in for the Corvette. I'm gonna put on a little switch. So I just thought I'd show you this. So I still got the door, that area, the fender, and the cowl to strip down the metal. But I'll probably start some bondo work on these hail dents. That way it can dry and stuff while I sand and grind other stuff. And then this rust here, I sprayed what I could a while back of the rust neutralizer through the back. There's really not much of an opening there, but I'm just going to fill this in with that Dynaglass too. And then we got a couple little dings on the front here, probably, you know, like rock, very, very, very lightly. Well, there's a ding right there. You have to tap that down. And there's a dent here. So anyway, I'm going to start on the fixing the hail and more stripping here in a little while. So I'll be back. Okay guys, it's the next day. It's about 80 degrees out here. I'm sweating my balls off, but it's better than being cold. Okay, so I've been fixing the hail dents I showed you last segment. Block them out, a little bit of bondo over them, go over them with the 80 grit DA, break them down, and then go over and block them. And then you'll see little spots. You'll have to probably skim over a few spots again, but that's all right. Don't try to get it first time. So yeah, I just use some 80 grit DA paper on a block. I'll just show you here. You break it down about that far with a 80 grit DA, and you block it. And you block it, go diagonally, different directions. And you just feel it, and if you can feel it till it's flat, if you're pretty good there. Okay, so I'm going to go over some of the, I did some of them like here, it's ready for prime, but I have to go over some of these. Yeah, I just filled this in with the Dynaglass, or Bondo glass, Dynaglass. And then this area here, I'll have to skim over it, smooth it out with Bondo. Okay, fix some dents on this fender. I fixed this big one here, but then there's one right here. So now I gotta fill that in. Okay, and I got the cowl, about to strip the cowl down. Probably have to take the grinder to it. So I'll take that grinder to it with a soft pad and go over it with 80 grit. And probably prime, then sand and reprime it while it's off. I probably won't put it back on until it's ready to paint. Okay, so yeah, I got a few other things to do today, but I'm going to try to wrap this fender and hood up before I grind that door. That's all I got left is that door. Well, the door and the cowl. Okay, so I'll be back. Okay guys, I got everything fixed on the hood. Got a couple of big spots here, waves. I just had to keep skimming and blocking. Bunch of dents on top of the fenders. I think Dan from DD Speed Shop using that as a tool holder. He just had a video of laying all his tools on his workbench, top of his fenders. So anyway, I got the hood. This fender here is done. And then the cowl I stripped, and there's a few little dings on it. So I'm going to prime all them. I still got this door to do, but I'm running out of time for this video. And I know it's going to be like the other one. I can already see Bondo here. So I think we're gonna save that for the next video. That's all I'll have to do. I started stripping the bottom rocker here, coming off real good. So and then we'll have to strip all this down by hand. That takes, you know, I did the other side. It takes a few hours just to get all that down. Well, you can get at it with a sander a little bit, but you don't want to take a chance of ruining the rubber with a sander. So you got to do it all by hand and finger fuck it. Okay, so just got some more questions about this primer. This is the primer here. It's called T-Rex by Speed Coat. That's it there on eBay. It's $124 with tax, and that's the hardener for it, with tax and shipping and everything. So that's that. People keep asking me about the compressor. I put them in, you know, every once in a while, put them in the video. This is the compressor here. What is it? 4.0, 1.6 horsepower and 35 psi. It's a McGraw. This is from 20 gallon from Harbor Freight. And yes, you can paint a car with that. It's enough pressure to paint a whole car non-stop. The only thing it isn't really good for is using one of them big DAs or an air DA sander and you're going full blast. It ain't gonna keep up. But for painting, it's okay. Okay, that's why I got electric DA there. I'd suggest getting one of them. It's a lot better. You don't have to have that compressor going all the time. Even if you got a big one, electric ones, I've been using them for years now. It's a lot better. Okay, so let me mix up some of that epoxy primer, and we'll put on a couple of coats here. So I'll be back. Okay guys, I'm gonna let that dry up for a little bit and put on another coat, and that'll be it for that. And it'll just need to be sanded down and re-primed, and it'll be ready for paint. My gun was dripping here. I overfilled it a little bit, but that's okay. Then we put on some guide coat like this. Okay, so next video we will be finishing it up. We just got that door to go. That's it. Just that door, and then I'll show you how we start block sanding this down with the guide coat on it here. Just sand it all down. Look for high, low spots, little pinholes, stuff like that. Pretty much do how we started the body work. Start at the back end and go forward. Then after that, we just prime it again. Let it dry for a few days. Scuff it down. It's ready to paint. Okay, so we'll do that next video. So it's getting starting to get dark now, but all day tomorrow I'm going to scrap some cars because of the Ukraine-Russia war there. The price of scrap's going through the roof. So I'm going to scrap a couple of big old Cadillac DeVilles there tomorrow, and probably get $1,000 for them. So I'm going to do that tomorrow. That's why I can't finish that door up, because they're not open on the weekend, so I got to do it Friday. So I'll get this video out and then do that tomorrow, and then on the weekend here I'll start on that door, start the new video for that. I'm doing some work on this Corvette here. I might put that in a separate video. So anyway, yeah, subscribe if you haven't. Bottom right hand corner, just click the subscribe button. Like, comment, share, all that stuff. And we'll see y'all next video. Thanks everybody for watching.